Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. It is Indictment Thursday, June 8th. This will be a quick reading. I want to find out, how are the Maga faithful going to react to this indictment news? Are they going to cause any problems over the weekend? Are they going to cause any problems on Tuesday when the indictments are read? Are we going to see something, pockets of violence, or is this going to be like the New York indictment case where there's a collective meh about it? This one probably has more energy than the New York case, but I want to find out. Okay, so for entertainment purposes only, let's find out. What are the Maga crowd going to do with the news that Trump, now that he's released news that he's being indicted, what will they do this weekend? How are they feeling? What will they do? Well, let's do a 7 card. Okay, so maybe this is not going to be quick. I'm changing my mind. How are they feeling? What are they going to do? Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. Okay, what I see happening here is that they're going to be very interested in this, but at the same time, they aren't going to put themselves out there like they've done before. They have to take care of themselves this time. January 6th taught them a very valuable lesson. So, yeah, there's going to be some people taking action. It's going to be a lot more cautious this time. It's not going to be caustic. It's not going to be, well, it could be violent, but it's not going to be stuff that's going to get them in trouble. They like their freedom too much these days. I think they're learning. In the past, you got the Two of Cups, that kind of agreement that they had that made them MAGA, made MAGA their identity, all tied into Trump and the MAGA movement. Current situation, though, is that celebration. Now, I don't think they're celebrating Donald Trump being indicted. I think what it is that there's a lot of celebration going on, and it might be shocking to some of them how much people are celebrating this. Maybe even people they thought were allies. And they're maybe starting to get an idea that that they're although they're vocal and dedicated, they might be recognizing they're a bit smaller than they were before. But they might also target some celebrations. So let's see what comes out from there. I'll be curious to see what happens with that. The Hierophant. Okay, so some are going to blame the government for what's going on, but they also know the government's watching them, and the government arrested a bunch of their friends, so they're going to be really careful about what's going on with this. There's the Moon card again. They don't know quite what to make of it, because even Trump in his social media posts is posting crazy stuff. And they might be a bit cautious about this because even the stuff that Trump is saying isn't resonating with them. It seems a little bit crazy. Outcome? Yeah, there's going to be some protests. They're going to be, you know what I think it is? They're going to be extremely vocal online. But again, this has everything to do, it's Knight of Swords again, this has everything to do with that indictment and by Jack Smith. Yeah, there's going to be, they'll be angry. They're going to go out in the streets, and I think they're going to be more keyboard warriors, keyboard patriots than going out there and actually causing problems. Because if you're a keyboard patriot, you get to maintain your anonymity. And they found out from Charlottesville and January 6th that the anonymity is what they need to not go to prison. They can be trollish as they want to be. But they'll do it. They're not going to show their faces. So you can think of that Three of Cups in that reading as they'll go on their True Social or whatever, or Twitter, because Twitter seems to be turning into a right-wing house, and they'll air their grievances there, and they will troll anybody who's celebrating it. So basically, see them as regressing from trolls that came out of the shadows and into the light and were storming around, to them realizing that it was a whole lot safer for them in the shadows. Okay, let's now follow that up. How are things going to unfold on on Tuesday, or whenever the indictments are read, which I'm assuming are Tuesday. But if they're read later, they're read later. We'll just ask, how will they act when the indictments come out? I think this weekend they're going to get the worst of it out, and then they'll probably be calm at that point. Temperance. They're going to wait. They're going to see how it goes. They're going to see how things react. They're actually going to be in control. I think, again, they'll get their ugliness out this weekend. And again, I really do think it'll be trolling. We have the Strength card. Yep, there's Queen of Cups, keeping things under wraps. And, Eight of Wands. Okay, so information is happening quickly. But they're going to take a wait-and-see approach because I think some of them are actually really curious about this. It's a documents case. This is real black and white. This is actually, for some of the Maga folks, this is going to be enlightening because it's going to be kind of hard to fake all this because they've been told so many different things. They might actually sit and listen. And I believe that espionage charge that will probably come out is what's going to get their attention. I think they're going to keep their emotions under wraps. Again, they will be ugly online, but they're not going to be ugly in person. And they're going to wait and see what happens. This is a very hard time for them. The government's got a really strong case. And you can think of the Magas as the lion, and this woman is jamming the medicine down their throat. They don't like it. They're going to try and spit it out. But the thing is, that pill is going to go through whether they like it or not. They're going to feel victimized in that their favorite president got indicted. But this also could translate to them feeling victimized when they suddenly realize that they've been played for a fool. He will lose support over this, especially amongst the true patriots that, you know which ones I'm talking about, right? The true patriots, not those other patriots, but the true patriots. The ones that actually support the military, maybe folks in the military, when they start seeing what these charges are, the Trump supporters that handle secret documents or top secret documents and have those clearances. Again, think of anybody in the military who has some form of intelligence clearance. They're going to see what those charges are, and they are going to be slack-jawed. And they are going to realize that, they've made a lot of excuses for him, but there's going to be a subset of people that are going to look at this thing and say, this was a grown man who purposely broke the law. That if they had done the same thing, they'd be in prison for 20 years. And they know it. They know what the punishments are. And they probably know people who did stupid things and won stupid prizes. And they're just going to be like, well, he chose to do this, and he's going to have to face the consequences just like me or anybody else. So expect that this is going to resonate with some folks. Breathe out, folks. Breathe out. It looks like things are turning. Have a little bit of hope that not everybody who supports Trump is fully crazy. And I think some people are going to wake up because of this. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. Do all the good YouTube-y stuff. I really do appreciate it. I've been hovering right around 1,300 subscribers. Thank you very much for subscribing to my channel and helping it grow and helping it spread out and gain in popularity. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for the folks that have done super chats for me. Holy smokes. Monies and everything. I do appreciate it. Anyways, have a great night, and I've got more readings to do, so look forward to them. Thanks. Bye-bye.